Neon in your eyes, I double tap the night. Static turns to gold when you say my name right. We're a spark in the dark with the bass in our bones. Heartbeat talking in a language of phones. Touch like a glitch, then it smooths into flow. City on shuffle, but with you I know. Pull me closer, let the world fade thin. Breath on.
Seems like a lock. Gonna be going for BDD's Rise as well.
Yeah, interesting with the Rumble in the top lane to play this. Have not seen this very much. They're not going to try to run Gwen into this. Keen has lost this matchup to Rumble on Gwen and then carried the game later anyways. There's the Orianna, which has been a very common response to the Rise. But it's a lot of risk into whatever Duck Dime ends up picking up here. Could be potentially a problem. They don't have the Corki, they don't have the Sivir. Ezreal has a lot of outplay potential. Obviously can just avoid the Pike pulls. On the wayside for Perfect in a matchup that's quite difficult for the Rumble.
Yeah. Peter comes up, gives a little, looks like a compass over to BDD, some help.
You know, you often do end up getting a big advantage, not in this case. Keen.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Because Perfect doesn't really get to play the game. Looking for a hook here, as that's going to be the stun down on a Perfect. He's just going to flash it. He says, no, I can't. And he's just desperate for level 6, but he's so far away from it.
Yeah, he needs the XP here. I mean, he needs money and XP, but right now XP is going to give him 6 at least.
Uh-oh, he got hit by that. That is a big problem, as now in a lot of trouble. Perfect just burning. He's just trying to avoid everything. We already have traps set up here, as one more shot could do it, as the grenade will do it, and Ruler will pick up first blood.
I do think that's a pretty good read from you as to what could have happened, but Cuzz also just not really giving any resources over to help bail him out of that situation either. It means he's just on an island.
Oh, they did not expect this, as Canyon was hiding for so long, and Cuzz was nearby, but he avoided the scan in the bush, and he was...
speaking of Perfect...
Oh boy, he's piking around.
He's piking around!
He's piking around, he's getting in range, and Perfect does not have his flash available. The sun comes down, the question is, do they have the damage? They do not.
That he's there, even though they're suspecting it.
All right, Chovy.
He already he's trying to get minions. There's just so much gold going to the wayside here in this game.
Oh, piking around, and we got a Wukong around as well, spinning around right on top of them with a shockwave as well. Cuzz with the subjugation, still not going to survive. Duro,
as they are trying to deny one at the same time, speaking of objectives, but there's just not enough KT here. There's too much Genji.
They absolutely cannot. He has to flash away, as they were just hanging around in the river, maybe trying to deny the dragon, but that was not going to happen unless he steals it.
Oh, so very close.
Good. They did, yeah. It's not double dragon. Uh-oh. Oh, that was very close. Duckdom would have been in a lot of trouble. As now trading back here decently. The Temper Fate does come in. Only hits the Pike though. As grenade does go forward. 4th shot into Peter. As Ruler going to open up now. There's not really much that Peter and his friend can do here. Doing that, the spike comes down. As Perfect is down 2 levels to Chovy, who really wanted to go for that kill, but probably smartly does not. As Temper Fate going to come out, but the hook's still going to go off with the 4th shot. Gets it done. Peter is dead in his first game of Bard.
That looked really funny. It almost looked like Ruler Gale forced him for a second there, and I got PTSD, I had flashbacks.
Oh boy.
Duckdom, I'm gonna miss that Q.
There's so many pings up here in the top lane. Chovy has checked 3 of the brushes. Will he check number 4? Yes, he will, but it might not matter as the root comes down. There's 4 people here. Shockwave used. He will flash away, but the pillar saved, and the chomp does come in. He should have sent that ball over the wall. The ball over the wall! The ball over the wall? Wow, okay, that was pretty cool.
It's hard to explain this game in terms of like what KT can do. I mean, what they can do is deny a charge.
It's a big shockwave. They just ran over that ball. Keen is taking so much damage for seemingly no reason. We also did have a fight in mid.
Just watching Keen. Hold on. Anyway, this is a Herald Maxer.
He calls it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna like do a little wraparound because of the Bard ult.
Let's watch Bard. Shockwave. Oh. That one ward. That's all they got. That's all they got.
Yeah, the hook is going to sail wide. Keen really trying to get the angle on his ult here. Let's see the turn. The Temper Fate just totally sailing wide onto Keen, and it was only Keen. Hook comes forward. That's onto the jungler. They're trying to take out Cuzz.
Unsuccessful, though.
The damage is going to stop, though, on the... Oh, they're just going to go and chomp it and steal it away, as now Gen G, they want to go for the follow-up fight here because is seemingly incapable of dying, as now Chovy's going to go down, Ruler as well. And KT, a big fight here on the comeback.
Realmore for the chase, as BDD does not have flash, gets the heal. Equalizer miss.
Ooh. All right, they're really desperate to get more. They really...
And I think that was the winning play. Peter can do no wrong, man.
Absolutely.
He put the fear in them.
They're still hiding in the jungle. Canyon did not expect that, as he is burning down quite a bit, but he's actually going to get away, I believe. Peter, pretty fast.
Cuzz with the Hex Gate.
How far can he run? This is insane. Disengage cone, but the subjugate thankfully gonna take him down. As meanwhile, okay.
He was able to realize he was being collapsed on. Chovy is sim situation.
T1 logo on the ground.
Chovy hates when people put that logo up around them.
Yeah, that's what KT's comp does very well is accept the pressure and back away. But they haven't been able to set up an objective and actually fight like that so far. So this will be their opportunity.
Playing around this Ryze side lane is so good. Here comes the engage from Gen G.
All right, Equalizer comes down. Chovy's just incredibly low already, as now Keen has to flash away, but they just gave up the Hextech Soul, Cuzz not even able to get in there. The Shockwave for the disengage, and they get out. Gen G got away with murder there, essentially. As now the exhaust comes down on the Canyon, he is going to decoy away. As Gen G, now they're the ones that can kite because
champions, so it looks like we're not going to be starting that up just yet, as Peter does have some friends nearby.
He's taking a lot of free damage.
But, I mean, look, they got a bunch of side laning done, like BD got that turret, so may have a fight here. Keen.
Yeah, Ducktop and Cuzz a little bit caught out. Keen gonna go golden with the Bard.
And they have vision control of the outer rim of this pit. And I just don't see KT being able to get in here for a contest. Cuzz with no flash. There is just no way.
BDD's level 18 at least. We'll see if that's enough, as Gen G will slightly pull off of the Baron. Not gonna take any damage from that, and looks like it might just come down to a flip as Cuzz is gonna get in the pin and he snipes it down! KT, an opportunity here.
BDD on the flank still.
Still on the flank. You saw that Gen G wanted to go in.
Force this fight even with Flash Cyclone, because BDD is just lurking on the edge. Look at this. Now, there was not a lot of hope on those faces.
Yeah.
Until Hextech Soul, not a big threat if you can't use it to threaten constantly on objectives like this.
Well, there's the threat as Cuzz moves forward. The Temper Fade not going to hit anything, even with the pillar. KT at range and never overcommitted. And with the Hextech Soul.
Canyon on the flank.
Yeah, I say that. Here comes Canyon. The Temper Fade already utilized, and now he can't use it on the defense. Peter is just dead. And the damage has been done. The Equalizer does basically nothing, only hits the clone. And the Elder is live.
All right, this is where we're going to have to see some fancy movement from Cuzz. Still no flash back up. He's going to have to walk his way in again.
Oh, they have control of Banana Brush. They're just going to turn here. Perfect is dead. After the Zonias, of course, as down he will go. Duro takes that money to the bank.
Duckdom's poke starting to stack up here, but it's not alone enough. BD is going to have to come for the flank.
He's just going to have to send it, I think. They can't lose the Elder, but now the turn coming in. But look at the damage. Duro is down.
It's
already. Chovy nearly going to go down. Oh, but the Shockwave BDD had to just run at them, and they kited it out perfectly. As BDD goes down, they don't quite have the damage. Ruler is hunting. And, well, Cuzz, he's going to try to get out of here, but he gets Elder down instead. And Gen G, they were walking a tightrope this entire game. Finally, they broke it open.
Until Chovy slammed his fingers closed in a tight fist with a shockwave that kills BDD. Takes him out of that fight. He was so close to saving this game. He spent a lot of time inside. He was waiting, biding his time for that one big moment. But Chovy said no. Gen G say no. And they will win this game that felt like they won long ago. KT made it close. Cuzz and BDD made it close, but it's not enough in the end.
That's definitely not, as Peter once again going to go down. Unfortunately, not the bar performance I was hoping for from this player. He'll have to go back to the practice room for that one, as Gen G will take game number 1.